There comes a moment in every man's life when the world goes quiet. Not because it has nothing left to say, but because it's waiting. Waiting for you to decide. To stop floating. To stop wandering from distraction to distraction. And to declare why you're here. This is the moment where destinies are made or wasted. Not by talent. Not by luck. But by decision. A burning, absolute, all-consuming decision. The kind of decision Edison made when he said, "I will light the world." The kind Carnegie made when he turned steel into an empire. The kind Disney made when the world laughed at a mouse, and he saw a kingdom. They all had it. A definite purpose. Not a goal. Not a New Year's resolution. Not a fleeting hope whispered before sleep. A definite purpose is a spiritual contract with yourself. It is a vow to live deliberately. To aim your entire being like a spear through the chaos of life. And strike. Do you have it? Because without it, life will drift. You'll become a leaf in the wind, tossed by opinion, by failure, by fear. You'll confuse movement for progress, and end up exhausted but unchanged. But with it? With a clear, burning purpose. You become dangerous. You stop chasing every shiny thing that pulls at your attention. You stop asking for permission. You stop playing small just to fit in. You wake up with fire in your lungs. You walk into the world knowing where you're going. Even if the road is unpaved, uphill, and littered with doubt. Because a definite purpose doesn't just give you direction. It gives you power. Power to endure. Power to focus. Power to become something most people never even attempt. Intentional. This isn't a theory. This is history. Every titan of impact was a man or woman obsessed with one thing. Clarity. Ford wasn't building cars. He was building freedom. Jobs wasn't building phones. He was building revolution. Lincoln wasn't leading politics. He was leading conscience. And you? You were not born to float through this life reacting to what happens. You were born to decide what happens. But here's the truth most won't tell you. Purpose doesn't knock. It doesn't come wrapped in clarity. It is forged in silence, in solitude, in the sacred moments when you dare to ask, what am I willing to suffer for? What burns in me so deeply, I'd chase it even if I fail? This isn't some Instagram quote. This is soul excavation. And once you answer that, once you write it down, speak it out loud, own it. You are no longer a wanderer. You become a weapon. You'll see it, the world shifts. Distractions lose their grip. Doubts get quieter. Because you've decided who you are. And that changes everything. When a man finds his purpose, truly finds it, he doesn't need to be pushed anymore. He's not looking for motivation, he becomes it. He wakes up before the sun because his vision pulls him like gravity. He doesn't fear failure because he's not living to avoid pain. He's living to build something eternal. That kind of man cannot be stopped. You think Napoleon conquered Europe because he was the smartest general? No. He had one obsession, power through order. Everything else was noise. You think Helen Keller became a symbol of triumph because she was born lucky? She couldn't hear. Couldn't see. Couldn't speak. But she had purpose. And that purpose gave her a reason to fight. When most would have given up before their first word. It is not your conditions. It is your clarity. And when your purpose becomes crystal clear, so clear you can feel it in your bones. That's when discipline is no longer a chore. It becomes a ritual. Your work is no longer what you do. It becomes who you are. You stop negotiating with excuses. You stop compromising with comfort. You stop waiting for the world to make it easy. Because here's the unfiltered truth. Life will never hand it to you. It won't lay down and part the seas. It's not supposed to. Greatness isn't found in ease. It's forged in tension, in resistance, like steel in flame. You think Thomas Edison invented the light bulb with a cozy timeline and a padded salary? He failed over 1,000 times. He was laughed at, mocked, ignored. But his purpose didn't fade, it sharpened. Because he wasn't testing wires. He was chasing a vision the world couldn't yet see. And that's what you must understand. When you carry a definite purpose, you will be misunderstood. You will be doubted. You will be ridiculed. But that's the price of clarity in a world addicted to distraction. The average man scrolls his way through existence, switching passions like channels, quitting at the first sign of resistance, living for approval instead of legacy. But you? You weren't built for average. You weren't built to blend in. You were built to build, to carve something into the stone of time. And that only happens when your mission becomes non-negotiable. This isn't about hustle for the sake of hustle. It's not about burning out or proving something to the world. It's about becoming a force of nature. A man or woman whose presence shifts the energy of a room. Because you know why you exist. And once you know that, once it lives in your chest like fire, you stop asking how long will it take? And you start saying as long as it takes. You stop chasing 10 things halfway. And you pour your soul into one thing completely. That is the power of purpose. It filters your life. It purifies your focus. It weaponizes your time. Because when you know where you're going, you stop wasting years in places you don't belong. You stop building castles on sand. You stop trading your energy for approval. And you start building your kingdom brick by brick. Your purpose is not found in comfort. It is not found in applause. It is not found in what's easy or popular or safe. It is found in the silence when no one's watching. In the cold mornings when your legs ache but you still rise. In the lonely hours when you write, build, sweat, and sacrifice. That's where purpose is proven. And once it's proven, it becomes unshakable. The storms will come. The critics will come. But the man who knows his purpose is not a leaf in the wind. He is the storm.